What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. Today is the birthday of probably one of my favorite actresses, Cameron Diaz, who I gotta say I really miss seeing her on the screen. I mean, she hasn't done a movie since 2014, and I heard that like she retired or what and all, but I hope down the line she'll make a comeback. But anyway, she's been in a lot of good stuff. I mean, some not so good, but most good stuff. So I decided to do my top 10 favorite Cameron Diaz movies. All right, starting off with number 10 is The Other Woman, the 2014 comedy that paired her off with Leslie Mann. Kate Upton was in this. Let's see. Oh, Nicholas Costa-Waldau, for all you Game of Thrones fans, was in this. Nicki Minaj even had a part in this. The Other Woman was pretty funny. I mean, it wasn't the best or whatever, but I really found some parts funny. I mean, it's about like these three females who's pretty much been dating like the same guy who's pretty much been cheating on all three of them with each other, and so they pretty much take revenge, and yeah, you know how that goes. They pretty much take revenge on them. You know, this lots of people consider will probably consider this as Cameron Diaz's worst film. I gotta admit, to be honest, it's more of a guilty pleasure of mine, but I really had a fun time watching this. I mean, they really took down the Game of Thrones too badly. I mean, I never even knew he could do comedy too, and he kind of did pretty decent in this. And also, Diaz, Man, and Upton, I thought were both pretty. Yeah, the other woman is a pretty funny film. At number 9 is Annie. Of course, Annie pretty much played the character that Carol Burnett technically portrayed, and pretty much this was like Cameron Diaz's like final film. Since then we haven't really seen like anything from her lately since Annie. I really dig that 2014 Annie reboot. I really dug the music that was featured. Cameron Diaz, I thought was pretty funny in her parts. Of course, you got Jamie Foxx, Quvenzhané Wallace as the title role. Yeah, Annie was really amazing when I first saw it. I mean, I found that like the Annie remake should be. I mean, I thought it was cute. I thought it was charming. It did have some pretty, like I said, it had some good music attached to it. Definitely dug that Annie film. At number 8 will be the 1997 romantic comedy My Best Friend's Wedding. Recently did like my top 10 favorite wedding movies. I didn't really I kind of left this one out, to be honest with you. I really dig My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I mean, I really found it to be really funny. It came out in '97, and I think it's still probably holds up today. Of course, you got like Julia Roberts in this. My boy Dermot Mulroney has a part in this. Really funny little flick. All right. At number 7 be The Sweetest Thing, which pretty much paired up Cameron Diaz with Christina Applegate. Now, Sweetest Thing is kind of underrated. Let me pull up something. This movie came out in 2002, and I really find it to be really hysterical. It's pretty much about like a girl who finds that she is forced to educate herself on the etiquette of wooing the opposite sex when she finally like meets Mr. Right. I mean, you got like the likes of Thomas Jane, Jason Bateman was in this film. It's really a hysterical comedy. It's not like the top 20 best comedies of all time, but it's a really funny little flick to check out. And there's really a lot of nasty stuff in it, like that happens in the movie. Like this was the Bridesmaids of 2002, if you want to look at it. And films like this pretty much shows that women could really be raunchy just as men can. All right, at number 6 is probably one of my favorite football movies, and that is Any Given Sunday, the classic Oliver Stone '90s football film. Amazing cast. You got like Al Pacino, the aforementioned Jamie Foxx is in this, LL Cool J. Like the list goes on. It's probably the best football movie with one of the best casts I've ever seen. And Cameron Diaz, I gotta admit, was really hot in this movie. And of course, she was pretty good as well. Like if you still haven't seen Any Given Sunday, give it a go. It's a really good little football movie. At number 5 will be the 2011 comedy Bad Teacher, where pretty much Cameron Diaz plays like a teacher who's, let's say, bad, and she does some risque stuff in this movie. I really love Bad Teacher. I mean, Cameron Diaz was awesome. You got like Jason Segel as like the gym teacher. Justin Timberlake. I believe Justin Timberlake and her was like probably dating at the time or whatever, but yeah, Timberlake had some really funny parts in this movie. I really love Bad Teacher. This was probably one of my favorite comedies of 2011. I mean, it was so raunchy. It was hysterical. Definitely, I love me some Bad Teacher. You know, if Cameron Diaz comes out of retirement, I really hope she goes ahead and appears in the sequel. I'll be down to see another Bad Teacher. All right, at number 4 is Charlie's Angels, which is of course based on the hit TV show, and and of course it was directed by McG and had the likes of Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and of course Diaz played like they pretty much played the three angels in this. You got like Bill Murray as Bosley. I really love the Charlie's Angels movies. Although I kind of enjoy the second one slightly more than the first Charlie's Angels. I mean, you can't go wrong with Bernie Mac as Bosley. But yeah, the Charlie's Angels, I mean, are really fun flicks. I mean, Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu all had good chemistry. They kicked tons of ass in these films. I always wish they did like went ahead and did the third one, but I know Elizabeth Banks is doing like a reboot, which it'll be interesting to see how Kristen Stewart and Lupita Nyong'o and oh no, it's not Lupita Nyong'o, it's Naomi Scott from Power Rangers. That's in the Charlie's Angels. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see how their chemistry are compared to the movie's chemistry, like the chemistry in the other Charlie's Angels movies, you know. But we'll see. Anyway, at number 3 is There's Something About Mary, which is of course directed by the Farrelly brothers, and it came out like in 1998. This movie's a hysterical comedy. I mean, you got like Ben Stiller, Matt Dillon was in this. You got the hair gel scene. If you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about when I say hair gel scene. I mean, this movie is a comedy classic. I haven't really seen it like in forever, but whenever it's on, I'll probably pop in and check it out once in a while. But this film also, of course, has some really funny lines. Cameron Diaz was, of course, good as the title of Mary. Yeah, I really love There's Something About Mary. At number two will of course be Shrek, which pretty much had Cameron Diaz voicing Princess Fiona, who ends up becoming a princess first and then pretty much becomes an ogre. I really love the Shrek movies. Of course, mainly the first one. The first one is one of the best anime movies of all time. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Smash Mouth song. And of course, Cameron Diaz was amazing as Princess Fiona. I love Eddie Murphy as the donkey. Of course, Mike Myers was Shrek. Yeah, the Shrek. I really like the Shrek sequels. Also, I know lots of people crap on the sequels, but I really enjoy them. And Cameron Diaz does a really good Princess Fiona. She really voiced that character well. And of course, Shrek was the first anime movie to win Best Anime Feature, which well deserved. And at number one, my number one, I should say, favorite Cameron Diaz movie ever. It should be no shocker. Is The Mask. I mean, it's crazy to believe how hot Cameron Diaz was in that movie. I mean, this was pretty much like her first feature, believe it or not. And I love Cameron Diaz in this movie. Pretty much, I'm sure most guys really like her in this movie. Anyway, I mean, Cameron Diaz was awesome. Like, not only her hotness and all, but she really was a good actress in this movie. Of course, you got Jim Carrey as pretty much the title role. Pretty much, Cameron Diaz in The Mask was kind of like a Jessica Rabbit, if you want to look at it. Totally had a Jessica Rabbit feel of her character. I mean, she was really like charming in this movie. You just gotta love Cameron Diaz in The Mask. We don't talk about the sequel though. That's in the you know the $1 bin. But we're talking about the original Mask. That The Mask is also a comic classic. It's so funny. It's a really a comedy that I'll just watch any time of the week. And Cameron Diaz is definitely one reason why pretty much she's one of the reasons why lots of us guys love The Mask. But anyway, that's pretty much my favorite Cameron Diaz movies. Let me run down the list. Number 10, The Other Woman. 9, Annie. 8, My Best Friend's Wedding. 7, The Sweetest Thing. 6, Any Given Sunday. 5, Bad Teacher. 4, Charlie's Angels. 3, There's Something About Mary. 2, Shrek. And number 1, The Mask. I could have gone with other films. I could have gone with Gangs of New York. That's a good one. I could have let's see. Could have gone with the Shrek sequels, but I went with the first one instead. The Counselor, P.U. I mean, Cameron Diaz makes love with a car in The Counselor, and even that didn't say that movie. She was good in Vanilla Sky. Ooh, Night and Day is a good one. I could have added. Sex Tape. I really had fun with Sex Tape. The Holiday is a really good romantic comedy with Cameron Diaz in it. Yeah, the list goes on and on. Cameron Diaz has been in tons of good stuff. And I guess if she retires, hey, she's been in she pretty much had a good career and but I still hope down the line we'll see like some sort of comeback from Cameron Diaz because I really love seeing her on screen. She's pretty much awesome. Anyway, let me give it to you guys. What are your favorite Cameron Diaz movies? Leave your comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.